Shot execution style. 3 bullets.
Oh my gosh, this was a murder.
3 bodies.
Murder times 3.
Did a love triangle turn into a triple murder?
Did the women find out about each other?
The suspected killer on the run in the Badlands of the American West.
Armed and dangerous.
Crime Watch Daily joins the hunt with the sheriff, who wears the black hat.
Where were the bodies found?
Will he catch the suspects before the grizzly bears do? Nadia Medley was a widow, a single mom to 14-year-old daughter Peyton, and best friend of Rebecca Lorenz.
She was really close with me and my 2 girls. She was a really good friend, though. I could talk to her about anything and everything. Nadia had gone through a really rough time. She had struggled not only with the loss of her baby, but the loss of her husband as well. And she was pretty down up until she met Mike.
Mike Bullinger, a commercial pilot living in Ogden, Utah, just outside Salt Lake City. One day he walked into Nadia's massage spa and sparks flew.
It just looked like she was in love. She was so happy, she's smiling all the time.
Rebecca says Mike told Nadia he was single and hadn't been in a relationship for 10 years.
So Mike really got Nadia to turn all of the sorrow around. She became this happy person, and he just took really good care of her. He would take her out, he would take her to dinner, he would take them hiking. Peyton was very close with Mike.
This is super cool.
He took really good care of her too. Like sometimes Mike would pick up Peyton from school, and sometimes he would take Peyton out to lunch. Peyton even got to the point where she started calling Mike Dad.
I'm having a lot of fun right now.
And from the looks of these home videos, it was instant fatherhood. Mike took Peyton out in the woods and taught her how to shoot.
There you go.
They even frolicked in the fallen leaves. Leg wrestling like 2 teenagers, even though Mike was 60.
They just had a close relationship, but it was a father kind of relationship. Protective of Peyton. Protective, like he loved her.
Mike lived in this modest house in Ogden, not far from Nadia's. But weirdly, Rebecca says the closeness of their homes didn't translate to togetherness in bed.
Nadia had said that she had spent the night at his house one time. I never understood why they never spent the night at each other's house. In my head, he hadn't been in a relationship in over 10 years. So I was just thinking maybe he doesn't want to get into anything too fast.
And then Nadia asked Mike for help paying the mortgage.
She had asked him for help maybe 2 or 3 times on her mortgage because when her husband passed away, nothing was left for her because he was not working. And the last time she asked him, like the second or third time, he's like, well, this is moving too fast, I can't do this. She had told me that she had seen one of his paychecks and it was $10,000 in 1 month. And I'm just like, geez, pilots make a lot of money, you know?
Rebecca says arguments over money led to a brief separation. She shared these texts from Nadia. He told me separation wasn't making him feel any better. We really have a hard time being apart at this point. But nothing could keep these 2 lovers apart.
Like 2 weeks later, she announced that he had asked her and Peyton to move to Idaho with them.
Mike bought this farm on the outskirts of Caldwell, Idaho. Nadia was so excited she posted this video on Facebook.
Well, folks, here's my new backyard.
When I saw the video of Nadia that she posted at her new place in Idaho, you could hear the happiness in her voice. She was so happy.
It was an adorable little spread, blue skies and green fields covered with sweet white clover. Nadia's horses and dogs would certainly be as happy as she was.
This is where the chickens live.
It was only 5 acres with a small farmhouse, but to Nadia, it was a palace, and she'd be sharing it with her Prince Charming.
I remember Nadia telling me, you know, like Mike was gonna be the guy she spends the rest of her life with.
It seemed to be happily ever after, until the day they got a surprise visit from Mike's wife. Next,
That's a part of this case that's kind of the mystery of Mr. Bullinger.
a secret double life is revealed.
It's a weird love triangle going on here.
What happens when the Mrs. meets the mistress?
And I haven't heard from her for about 10 days. She's really good at responding to texts.
So your deputies go on this welfare check.
They determined that something was amiss, and then with a little bit further investigation, all of a sudden we have 3 bodies.